This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here.
Show me what you
Both
have.
fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table.
I can't wait for this match to begin.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Ooh, let me see some of the good stuff.
They're at risk of dangerous pressure. Gotta avoid this corner. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Checks with the projectile. Will they hit, rip, charge in? Tricky territory. Tons of drive and held toward it.
Gotta be planning something.
M.Bison with the target combo. Knockdown. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Light lead opens up.
Wait, well, just a little bit more.
Checks them with the projectile. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Takes the high ground.
Ooh, nice finish.
Bags around. What did you make of it?
The pressure's building, and we're gonna see a blowout real soon.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how these two take it to the next level. Medium kick hits. On the offensive. Let's see how they apply the corner pressure in this situation.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Gets a little space with the throw.
Amazing awareness there. What's gonna happen next?
Equal heart on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. Shows the medium kick. Goes for the jump in. The classics always work with the old school part. The drive impact doesn't work.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Everyone can't let this simple. That's
We've got ourselves a winner.
last round, people.
You're good.
Both fighters
Not
gotta
good
go
enough.
all in from this point.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Try to make something happen with the overdrive arc. Are they
Gotcha.
looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? We're just getting started here. Who will take control?
Feel the
Drive impact misses.
build back that.
Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Oh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 is in dark times with burnout. Now they can use drive.
That was super good.
A real test of nerve.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No hesitation. Forward red. Open up the time for this.
That was super good.
Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it.
Chun-Li.
Gotta be sweating after that match. Someone bring... This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
None of you are going home disappointed after this fight. Bet on it.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary.
All right, let's go. Nice one.
Jump in, finds the mark. Spins a little drive gauge to start some offense. Backs him into a corner.
This might be an important turn in the match. Maybe thinking something.
Confident anti-air to counter the jump in.
Nice. Liking that.
In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
Good round.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
There was a lot to like about that last round. They're in the pocket now and they gotta keep on the gas.
You're 100% right. Let's see if they can clue in on that and make adjustments next round. Put some distance between them. Doesn't want to engage. Exchange blows. Stakes the combo. Jump in.
Amazing awareness there.
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Player 1 delivers the pain right to the doorstep. The throw connects.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Notice this kid. What a smart throw.
Dishing out the high.
The next touch may decide the round.
One more attack's gonna do it. That was intense.
There's no question what lengths both players are willing to go to.
Oh, that was great. Those two are pushing
Chun-Li wins!
Man, I could watch these two. These two have more beef than a barbecue in Texas. Let's see them duke it out.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Let's see what they try and do in this first round.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
So let's see this count. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn of the match.
Opt for the overdrive part there to tack on just a little more damage. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Grabs them.
Nice, liking that.
Finding it tricky to manage their drive. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. Hold your breath.
Okay.
Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Ooh, burnout activation.
Hitting a real rough patch. Hi!
No drive for this part of the fight. How will they play it? Who will capitalize on an opening first?
We're getting too close to call.
Super.
Wait.
Very.
My turn.
Leans forward with the drive.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Great round with both fighters really going at it.
Man, you think these two are best friends or something, the way they're feeding on each other.
Fireballs right out of the gate. Smart play with the throw.
Amazing awareness there.
The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here?
Ooh, something's building, I can feel it.
Zones with the fireball. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Good foot. Kick hit. Air drops him.
Amazing awareness there.
Smart play with the throw.
What's gonna happen next?
It's like the flames are dancing. Kagaru no Mai. Struggling tries to act quick, but whips the attack.
Not hit!
Throws him.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Back into the corner. What setups do they have?
Come on, you gotta hit me more. I'm liking that finish.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gotta bring it here.
Solid anti-air.
That was super good. Huh?
Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Blocks the cross-up. Good read. Goes with the fireball. It's his best at all. Super hard to show what a PhD fighter can do for you.
Any better than that?
Oh, this super hard to change the makeup of this match.
We live for these kind of fights.
Perfect read with the anti-air.
Bring out the hot stuff. I can see the path to a win here, but they need to dig in deep and use all of their resources.
Gets into perfect. There's a burnout.
Oh, expect some bones to be broken here.
Down and out.
I'm liking that finish.
Oh my days, there was a real intense fight.
Not gonna lie, I was entertained.
Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
I can't wait for this match to begin. I am the pride of the Shiranui.
Round 1.
Fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So let's make this count.
Solid anti-air there.
That was a good one.
Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn of the match.
Player 2 needs to deal with his burnout.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. They gotta watch out. Taking stock. Very solid corner switch. Right lead opens up. He's out with the lightning kick. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Both fighters add some damage and player with the system.
Doesn't get any better than that.
He's there.
They ain't getting up.
Man, they were scrapping. What did you think?
This is what a real fight looks like. It doesn't get any better than this.
Starts the party with a jump. All right, who's gonna swing first?
Yeah, it's really anyone's fight right now.
That drive impact doesn't get through.
Nice block there.
We have him using the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Set off and keep going.
Ooh.
Helping them with the lightning.
Ooh, this is getting intense. No escape.
Opens him up with the throw.
That was super good.
Maxes out the gauge right there.
Dishing out the Oscar.
Just shreds him with the critical art. Such a smart play to go for that in this situation. Fighting back against the odds, giving them a chance to win this. No way, no sign of letting up come out of the ball.
That was super good.
This is a play home.
One more attack to do it. Come on.
Super art is tough. That win wasn't luck. It was 100% planned.
You gave me a
Damn, how'd they
real
claw their
workout
way
there.
back?
Final round. Fight!
What? In anti-air?
Dishing out the hot stuff.
They just won't stop using the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Good patience to scout out the counter. Down with the kick. Impact squash.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Perfect read with the anti-air.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Kicking it like something.
We got a real
Down and out.
Damn, that was
Chun-Li
intense.
wins!
Player one had to work extra for that one. Plenty of high rolls in that match.
Oh, those two sent the crowds home happy.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
None of you are going home disappointed after this fight. Bet on it.
I'm not gonna lose.
Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round.
All right, let's go.
The low kick connects.
Good stuff there.
That overhead was a bit obvious. Goes for the fireball. The fighters are at a standstill. They gotta be cooking up something. Pressuring them in the corner.
This might be an important turn of the match.
Goes for an overhead. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. This is a tough spot to try and throw. Are you both exchanging numbers or something?
Trying to find their spot to strike.
At the radar, up and in.
Nice, liking that.
We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Absorbs the attack and fires back.
Gotta be planning something.
Uses the gauge.
I'm liking that finish.
What are your thoughts on what happened during that last round?
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
You got that right. Oh, the next round starting. Starts the party with a jump in. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here?
I want to see them get moving.
They back the opponent into the corner, now to apply the pressure.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm. With this
is gonna be bad news.
super good.
It's like the flames are dancing. How did you know why? Player one. Oh my God, that got us done.
Getting a real rough patch. That was super good.
Back to the corner. What setup do they have?
Come on, you gotta give me more.
Really super hard to do anything? Hey, oh.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
This is anyone's round. Both fighters gonna bring it.
Who will come out on top of this final round?
Final round. Every option.
Gotta do better than that.
Hold it down strong. I like that.
Player two is barely hanging on to the last bit of drive. Let's stop this train.
Wait.
What are they gonna do? Player two is in burnout. Very perilous situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. They've got about half-life left. There's a burnout.
Oh, expecting both to be broken here.
With super hard display, it's really in it. So people are to show what a PhD in fighters can do for us.
Dishing out the hot sauce.
All that is super hard. Not shy one bit about it. Player two can't line up.
That was real.
Chun-Li
Player two made some smart moves there. Great game.
Oh, those two sent the crowds home happy. What an amazing match.
Give him a time.
Fights don't get any better than that. That was awesome.
Yo, I can't argue with you. What a game. Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better deliver.
I am the prize of the Shiranui.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So let's make this count.
How's the time left? How's this match going to play out?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Goes for the fireball. Goes for the throw.
That was a good one.
Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Carries the projectile. Throws to get around there with finish.
Smart decision.
Stay down.
Ha, they ain't getting up.
Last round saw one player really taking advantage of every opportunity. But how will that affect the next round?
Hey, violence may not always be the answer, but life is multiple choice, you get me? I like it.
Big count.
Ooh, I like it.
Connects with the medium kick.
Ooh, getting 10.
They're backed up into the corner.
Feels like we're right in the eye of the storm. Wait.
Experiencing burnout.
Might be collecting their thoughts here.
He knives the jumping.
That was super good.
Gets a little space with the throw. Knockdown and knocked him out of the air.
Fishing out the hot stuff.
We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more. The meter on the super art.
Fishing out the hot stuff.
Super art. Not try one bit about it. Player one is in a very good spot now. You're done.
What was that?
Now you understand.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
They are letting it fall from the get-go. Time for good decision with that throw.
Give my word back.
Making it like Chun-Li. The clutch throw. Connects with the throw.
Fishing out the hot stuff.
Here comes the other rush. A jump? Needs to jump in perfect.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Burnout, but you might have closed it out.
I'm liking that finish.
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think? Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Gonna lose.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
All right, let's go.
For the overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner.
This might be an important turn in the match.
The low is denied. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Throws him. What's next?
Smart decision.
Will this super art connect?
Okay.
That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow it.
We've got ourselves a
Now you
winner.
understand.
Bags around. What did you make of it?
I bet they're thinking of some trash talk for their post-match commentary. They gotta keep their eye on the prize.
Got that right. Oh, the next round starts. We see opportunity now in the corner.
This is when things are gonna get very interesting.
Good spot to use the super.
Amazing awareness there.
Checks with the medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Medium kick. That's a count.
Ooh, landed a nice one there.
Life lead here, but it's still in the game. Overhead, but it won't work.
Hold it down.
You're done.
What was that?
Last round,
good,
people.
but
Both
not
fighters
good
gotta
enough.
go all in from this point.
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Who's gonna come in this way?
Final round.
It's a good spot to use the super.
That was super good.
He's tearing them off with the super. Finish him like you mean it, Chun-Li. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking.
Come on, you gotta get more. Hi.
Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Drive rush. Looking for a hole. What a game! Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
I'm gonna be paying close attention, so you better deliver.
I'm not gonna lose.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round.
Ooh, let me see some of the good stuff.
Tries to get a breather with the projectile. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight.
I want to see them both play it all on the line here.
Hold on. Gets a read on the opponent.
Good stuff there.
Picks up some quick damage with that combo. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Goes for the throw.
Yeah.
Holds out with the block. Checks them with the projectile. Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to spice things up by adding the super art to the combo. Let's see how they apply the corner pressure in this situation.
Ooh, something's building it.
Smart move to stay on guard. Experiencing burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Stay down.
Dire situation.
Ooh, nice finish.
Player 1 with a pretty convincing win. But what's next?
This fight is getting mad personal, and I'm liking it.
All right, let's see what happens in this next round. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here?
I think we're gonna see things open up in a big way.
Who gained control of the match in the early?
Okay.
Nice, perfect parry there. What's the next move? Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Very solid corner seal. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Brushes that off and keeps going. Fights out from the corner, back to the center of the stage.
Oh, this is getting tense.
Parry. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this round. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Spins the ball, keeps open. They're thinking of scoring big off this meter use. You know we paid to get in, right?
Oh, both want to pull the trigger. Who's gonna blink first?
Tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. Don't mind me, just making a flowchart over here. Blocks. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Hold with the medium. Ooh, burnout activated.
Oh, hitting a real rough spot.
You know we paid to get in here, right? Player 1 needs to use the threat in the corner.
This is where things are gonna get very interesting.
Open it out.
Damn, that was intense.
Now you
We're
understand.
going into the final round tied up.
Don't
Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Time to go big or go home. Let's see how these two hold it down.
Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on?
Feel the tension right from the get-go.
Gotta be knocked them out of the air.
Pushing out the hot stuff.
Full SA music on edges. What a smart throw!
Pushing out the hot stuff. Take more of that.
On the fire. Hook them up.
Go. What?
Spins all that time is super hard. Not decide one bit about it. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Nice fireball. Medium kick and whip. Just wide open.
How did that not happen? The firepower is there to turn this around.
Oh, what a rush. Looking for willing to risk it for the overdrive.
Damn.
A jump? You gotta do better than that.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense. Great stuff there, right at the end.
Chun-Li.
Hard fought on both sides. What did you think?
Not gonna lie, I was entertained. Gotta give it up for two hardworking fighters.
Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
Violence is on the menu tonight.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Well, I hope their training paid off.
Knockdown.
Good stuff there.
Starts off zoning with the fireball. Player 1 has the life advantage.
They created a good situation here. Now to capitalize.
Neither of them willing to give up ground here.
Maybe thinking something.
The fight continues in the middle of the stage. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter.
Ooh, landed a nice one there.
Taking stock. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. What a clutch side switch there. Now's the time to capitalize. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by... Ooh, burnout.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Both fighters are trying to decide their next move.
You're gonna waste my time with this?
Experiencing burnout.
Oh, hitting a real rough patch.
Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round.
I'd be collecting their thoughts here.
Trying to read each other.
Ah, they're playing mind games here. This is crunch time. We've got ourselves a winner.
Man, they were scrapping. What did you think?
This is what a real fight looks like. It doesn't get any better than this.
Fight!
Jones with the fireball. That throw misses. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure.
This is where things are going to get very interesting.
Right, comes in from the top rope. And next with the medium kick.
Amazing awareness.
Stuck in the corner, but not going down without a fight.
Stay down.
They ain't getting up.
That was some rock-solid play we just saw there. If this continues, we might be leaving early.
Very quick GG there. Looks like Evan's about to get another angel.
Overhead, but it won't work.
Strong. I like that.
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at the time. Gets the corner switch. It may be time drive rush to keep it going. They're in the corner. No way, no signs of letting up come out of that corner.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Wall flat into the guard break. The River owning that space.
This fight's getting real interesting now.
Nice.
Dishing out the hot stuff.
Overdrive hard from this situation burns out.
We'll expect some bones to be broken here.
All super art incoming. Oh my days, there was a real intense fight.
Put it on the best outlet. Talk about a barn burner.
We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
If these two don't give me what I want, I may have to come in there and bust them up myself.
Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do in this first round.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So let's make this count.
How they get this into the corner, where it's going to be hard to escape.
This might be an important turn in the match. That was a good one.
There's the drive rush to throw the opponent off balance.
What's their play doing? Gotta be playing something.
Player one is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? He's right in there. Player two creates a good corner opportunity.
Ooh, something's building. I can feel it.
Adds parry to the pressure. Lightning opens up.
What's gonna happen next?
Player one in trouble with no drive. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it.
Just a sneeze here will do it.
Player one can't use any more
Great stuff there, right at the end.
There's no question what lengths both players are willing to go to.
Round two.
Oh, that was great.
Fight.
Those two are pushing each other to the limit.
Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here?
Yeah, it's really anyone's fight right now.
Throws them. What's next?
Yeah.
Feels slugging it out and getting swift. They're backed up into the
What's this? Hitting a real rough patch. You're mine.
bolt drive. This is connects with the throw.
Any better than that?
Going for the kill with that throw.
We've got ourselves a winner.
A
Chun-Li
decisive win. How's it all looking for you, City?
We'll see you next match.
How's this matchup gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Violence is on the menu tonight.
Then show me. I am the pride of the Shinanui.
Round one. Fight!
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store.
Well, I hope their training paid off.
Checks with the projectile. Tries of time. How's this match going to play out?
I want to see them both lay it all on the line here.
Dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Maintains composure and fights out of the corner. That overhead was a bit out.
Ooh, I like it.
Easily escapes. Super armor does its job.
Okay.
Sticks the combo. Player 2 needs to be cautious with drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Projectiles try to change the situation. Big gamble and rips out a raw super.
Yeah.
Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge may be the turning point. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. Smart play to stop the opponent there. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Hold your breath! Charge the toe! Manages to block the jump-in attack. Closing moments of the round, one hit's gonna do it.
This is getting too close to call.
Could be looking to start something.
Ooh, both want to pull the trigger. Who's gonna blink first?
Experiencing burnout.
Hitting a real rough patch.
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
Feels like we're right in it.
Out of time. They danced around quite a bit there. I wonder what our fighters were thinking.
What's
Round
this?
2. Fight!
The drive impact is denied.
Nice block there.
That drive impact is blocked. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone.
Here we go. I want to see them put on a show.
Release the choke. Filling out the space.
Ah, they're playing mind games here.
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Not a lot happening, but I'm sure there's a point to this.
Ooh, both want to pull the trigger. Who's gonna blink first?
They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on.
They create a good situation here. Now to capitalize.
Burnout activation.
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
Uses the gauge for the super. They want to show they're not playing. Player 1 goes for it at this range.
Wait.
Barely blocks the jump in. The life remaining tells us that we're halfway through this round. Player 2 will look to apply for a drive impact.
What's gonna happen next?
The throw connects.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Looking for the overhead this time.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
What are they going to do? Looking for the overhead this time.
Great stuff there, right at the end.
Whew. I think I forgot to breathe that whole round.
Oh, that was great. Those two are pushing each other to the absolute limit.
Changes the pace for the fireball. Overhead won't work.
Hold it down strong.
The overhead denied.
Gotta give it up for that solid defense.
Jump. What a smart throw.
Dishing out the hot stuff. Come on, you gotta give me more.
Throws him.
Dishing out the hot stuff. I love it.
Drive impact misses. Overdrive is still there to call him out.
Things are getting heated.
Good there.
Roll this out here and now.
Test the waters with a fireball. The real test of nerves here. Nothing but space and opportunity at this point. What are they cooking up? They're recovering. Overhead. Oh, so I hear you're a fan. Kachosin goes for the fireball to force a reaction. Kachosin with a little extra. Monster ride. What are they? Can this drive bring them back? 20 seconds to go. The end's in sight. It's gut check time for both fighters.
Don't hesitate. Hit him.
Both of them back off. They may be prepping for a final exchange. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive or burns out?
You know what you gotta do when the chips are down.
What? You're gonna go for it with this time to put this out.
Seriously?
Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it.
Mine!
Clutches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Ooh, I love when fighters find a way to bring out the best in each other. What a battle!
Yeah, I love the back and forth they had going on.